3 years ago, learning Excel could completely change your career. 10 years before that, learning how to use the internet gave people an unfair advantage. And today, we're watching the same exact thing happen with AI. The problem is most people are focusing on the wrong skills. They're chasing every new model, every new agent, every new AI startup, every new benchmark. And while they're busy doing that, a small group of people are quietly becoming dramatically more valuable at work. Not because they're AI engineers, not because they have PhDs, and not because they're building the next billion-dollar startup. They're valuable because they've developed 3 specific AI skills that make them incredibly difficult to replace. And the crazy part, none of these skills require you to quit your job. None require learning advanced programming, and none require starting a business. And in fact, these skills work whether you're in sales, finance, marketing, operations, management, customer support, consulting, or any other knowledge-based role. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 3 AI skills I believe matter most. The first one gets you noticed. The second one makes you dangerous. And the third one creates leverage most people don't even realize possible. Let's start with skill number 1. Become the AI person. Now, before you roll your eyes, because we're on an AI channel, hear me out. Most people completely misunderstand what that means. When I say become the AI person, I don't mean become the smartest AI expert in the world. I don't mean understand transformer architecture. I don't mean publish research papers. I mean become the person inside your company, team, friend group, or industry who understands AI slightly better than everyone else, because that's where opportunities come from. Think about it. Every company on earth is currently trying to figure out AI. Every executive team, every manager, every department, every business owner, and most of them are completely overwhelmed. They know AI matters. They know they need a strategy. They know competitors are adopting it, but they don't know where to start. And that's where opportunities appear. Because eventually somebody says, who should own this? And that's when you want someone in the room saying your name. Not because you're the smartest, but because you've already been experimenting. You've already been learning. You've already been sharing ideas. I've seen this happen over and over again. Someone builds a simple automation. They save 3 hours a week. They show their manager, then another department asks for help. Then leadership notices, and before they realize it, they're leading internal AI initiatives. The people who win rarely wait for permission. They become known first. Then opportunities follow. But here's something most people don't realize. Opportunities almost never go to the most qualified person first. They go to the most visible person first. The person who's already raising their hand, the person who's already testing things, and the person who's already bringing solutions to meetings. Think about Excel. The people who benefited most from Excel weren't the people who memorized every formula. They were the people who figured out how to use it to save time. AI works the exact same way. Nobody cares if you've tested 50 models. Nobody cares if you've read every AI research paper. They care if you can solve problems. Maybe you're in sales and you use AI to prepare for meetings. Maybe you're in marketing and you use AI to build campaign briefs. Maybe you're in operations and you use AI to automate reporting. The exact use case doesn't matter. The outcome does. And the biggest mistake I see people making is trying to learn everything. You don't need to learn everything. You need to learn one thing deeply enough that it creates results. Pick one tool, pick one workflow, pick one business problem, and get really good at solving that thing. Because once people start associating your name with results, opportunities begin finding you. And once that starts happening, you run into a new challenge. Because being the AI person gets attention, but attention alone doesn't create leverage. And that's where skill number 2 comes in, becoming a context engineer. And honestly, I think this might be the most important AI skill of the next decade. A few years ago, everybody talked about prompt engineering. Write better prompts, use better frameworks, use better instructions. And while prompts still matter, I think most people are focusing on the wrong thing because prompts are becoming less important. The models keep getting smarter. What doesn't change is context. Let me give you an example. Imagine I hired the smartest employee on the planet, world-class IQ, elite credentials, incredible technical skills. Then I refused to tell them anything about my business. No customers, no goals, no strategy, no history, no processes, no documentation. How useful would that actually be? Not very. Now imagine a solid employee who's worked inside the company for 10 years. They know the customers. They know the products. They know the team's goals. They know what has worked before. Who would actually perform better here? Usually the second person, not because they're smarter, but because they have the context. That's exactly how AI works. Most people open ChatGPT or Claude, Start a blank conversation, type a vague prompt, and then wonder why the answer feels generic. Of course, it feels generic. The model doesn't know anything about you. It doesn't know your customers. It doesn't know your goals. It doesn't know your industry. It doesn't know your voice. It doesn't know your business. The people getting the biggest results from AI aren't necessarily using better models. They're giving models better information. Their systems know meeting transcripts, customer conversations, past projects, sales calls, internal documentation, business objectives, operating procedures, performance metrics. And the more useful context you provide, the better the outputs become. But here's the important part. Context engineering isn't about feeding information into AI. It's about developing judgment. Because as AI gets better, it becomes easier to trust everything it produces. And that's dangerous. AI can write a fantastic email that should never be sent. AI can create a beautiful landing page that won't convert. AI can generate a confident recommendation that's completely wrong. And that's why judgment becomes more valuable. AI generates, you decide. AI drafts, you approve. AI proposes, you choose. The future doesn't belong to people who blindly accept AI outputs. It belongs to people who know how to evaluate them. That's why I believe taste becomes a competitive advantage. The ability to recognize what is good. The ability to recognize what is useful, the ability to recognize what deserves your name. Because at the end of the day, nobody blames AI. They blame the person who hit send. And once you understand context, something interesting happens. You stop treating AI like a chatbot. You start treating it like a teammate, which leads directly into the third skill. And in my opinion, this is where the biggest opportunity exists. Build your own AI workforce. Most people are still using AI one conversation at a time. A prompt, a response, a prompt, a response, a prompt, a response. That's useful, but that is not leverage. Leverage happens when work continues even when you're not working. Think about Tony Stark and Jarvis. Jarvis wasn't useful because Tony could ask it questions. Jarvis was useful because it operated continuously, monitoring, observing, analyzing, acting, supporting. That's where AI is heading. And honestly, it's already happening. Sales follow-ups, lead qualification, customer support, reporting, research, scheduling, content production, data organization, internal operations, all of these tasks can now be partially automated. The mistake most people make is assuming everything needs an AI agent. It doesn't. Sometimes a simple workflow is actually much better, cheaper, faster, and really more reliable. And understanding the difference is a superpower. Think of it like this. A workflow is eventually, you press a button, you get the same result every time. It's predictable, it's reliable, and it's cheap. An AI agent is more like a highly skilled employee. It can reason, adapt, make decisions, but it also introduces uncertainty. And uncertainty creates risk. And people who win won't be the people building the most complicated systems. They'll be the people building the most useful systems. Systems that quietly create value in the background. Systems that save time. Systems that reduce costs. Systems that improve output. And here's where it gets really interesting. Every workflow you build teaches you something. Every automation improves your process. Every project compounds your knowledge. The first one feels difficult. The second one gets easier. The third one gets easier. Eventually, you stop thinking about individual tasks. You start thinking about systems. Instead of asking, how do I do this? You start asking, how do I make sure this never needs to be done manually again? That's a completely different mindset. And that's the mindset that creates leverage. Because the future belongs to people who can create outputs larger than their individual effort. That's what AI really provides. Not replacement, leverage. Which brings us back to the main idea of this video. Most people think AI is replacing jobs. I think AI is amplifying people. The people who become the AI person, the person who understands context, the person who builds systems, those people become dramatically more valuable. Because AI doesn't remove the need for humans. It increases the leverage of capable humans. And that's why I believe these three skills matter more than any tool, model, or startup you're hearing about right now. The tools will change, the models will change, the companies will change, but these skills will still matter. The sooner you start building them, the harder you'll be to replace. Because in the AI era, the biggest advantage won't belong to the people using the newest tools. It will belong to the people who know how to combine those tools with judgment, context, and systems. Those are the people who will thrive over the next decade. And those are the skills worth investing in today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to join an AI community, check the link in the description. I'll see you in there.